Guys, so really quickly here. I think assumable mortgages are actually great, right? But obviously, it'll take a gigantic down payment on this property, though, because generally, whenever you do encounter or you enter into any type of assumable mortgage type thing, luckily you are getting the interest rate of the person, right? From probably 2009, right? It's going to be 1, 2, 3% interest rate. Oh yeah, you want that, but here's the problem. Okay, they're going to want all of their equity up front. They'll give it to you, right? So let's say the house is $500,000 and there's, I don't know, they have $200,000 paid off, and that's what they have sitting basically in equity, right? They're going to want that $200,000 up front, unless you can work a better deal. But that's basically the only way I've been able to kind of add assumable mortgages to my portfolio. The only way I've been able to do that is that way, by basically having to put a stupid amount of money down up front, just to be able to, get their crazy, amazing interest rate. But I prefer almost at all times to enter into some type of seller finance type deal. That's more suitable to my thing, right? I'll go ahead and put 10 to 15% down as the entry, okay, and then make monthly payments with a 5 or 10 or 15-year balloon, right? And then once we actually get super close to the balloon, what do? We just roll it into a mortgage, right? But so I always prefer doing it that way because it's quicker. It requires less money, but I have been seeing a lot of assumable mortgages, deals popping up in my real estate groups, guys. But either way, let's go and check this out immediately. The name of the video is how a rare type of mortgage is landing homebuyers a 3% mortgage rate. This is coming from a suggestion via a channel member, guys. Let's jump into it.
My wife and I have been looking for a new home for the last 2 years.
This is Wes Vandal. He is a new homeowner who is facing many of the same issues other
Everyone
prospective
else is
homebuyers have
right
faced
now,
in this hot housing market.
Going through
we
a
really
bank.
just hadn't had much luck, mainly due to increasing interest rates, driving up the cost of our mortgage.
Yeah,
we did put in a couple of offers that didn't go anywhere just because it's a very hot housing market here.
But the Vandal story is a little different than most homebuyers navigating the market right now.
We found one that popped up.
Or does that say 3-bedroom house? 2,456 square feet, $1.5 million, 3 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms. I'm sorry. If that is what your local real estate looks like, you should probably leave this area. This is not for you, bro. It's not.
It was the right size, it was the right area, but we knew it was a little bit out of our budget just because the interest rate was too high. Just happened to look at the Realtor app again, and there was a button on that app that said, "This home has an assumable mortgage."
What the Vandals found is a rare type of mortgage called an assumable mortgage.
I wouldn't call it rare.
On a 2.6% mortgage rate, as opposed to the 2024 average, which sits just above 6%.
An assumable mortgage is a type of home loan where the buyer can actually take over the existing mortgage terms from the seller.
That meant a difference of over $800 a month.
A common occurrence in the 1970s and 80s, assumable mortgages are a rare find in today's real estate market.
They're not.
In 2023, only 4,052 Federal Housing Administration mortgages were assumed. That's still a 59% increase in FHA mortgage assumptions since 2021.
Yeah, bro, I'm sorry. It's really not that rare. Maybe these are the ones that actually went through, but I see these things all the time, and I have been seeing them for the last 5 years. They're available, but again, I would probably push someone if they ask me, what should I do? I would probably say go through seller finance. And that's just kind of I will always suggest that over this because keep this in mind, you still have to be approved generally through the lenders, bro. You still have to be approved through their lender. And if you were having issue, well, I guess because of the interest rate, hold on, guys. Okay, that makes sense. The reason why people are being declined in a massive way because the interest rate is so high, it's making their payments astronomical, and that's over the percentage that the underwriters are going to even accept, right? But if you were to go through the assumable mortgage, I guess you will be applying theoretically for that 2.6 instead of 6.3, meaning your monthly payment will be massively lower. Okay. I still would say seller finance, though, but let's continue.
For Veterans Affairs mortgages, the jump is even larger, with 2,244 mortgage assumptions in 2023, an increase of 713% compared to 2021. And 2024 assumptions are already outpacing previous years for both the VA and FHA. So what are
the ones, if you can find an assumable mortgage with like a VA loan attached to it, bro.
in previous years for both the VA and FHA?
You don't even need to have a VA, bro.
So what are assumable mortgages? How do they work, and why aren't they more common?
The vast majority of homeowners don't actually know that they have an assumable mortgage. Buyers don't know how to find them, and agents don't know how to coordinate the purchase.
Most assumable mortgages might be at
Bro, look on Facebook. There are groups for this. And the reason why I've seen them is because I guess this is kind of what he just said here. That is what he just said. All right, guys, you can find groups all over Facebook for people that are looking to do these deals all day long, okay?
rare find. Public interest in them is climbing. Google searches for the
because the
term
bank doesn't
assumable
want you.
mortgage have climbed in tandem with increasing mortgage rates over the past 2 years.
This is the most unaffordable time to purchase in America of the last 40 years. 60 million people were priced out from being able to purchase a home.
When it comes to the average U.S. home buying experience, most Americans follow the same process. A buyer approaches a lender to get pre-approved for a mortgage. When the buyer settles on a home, they use their own mortgage to cover the cost at a fixed rate. The home buyer then pays off that mortgage over the term of the loan, normally 15 or 30 years. What an assumable mortgage offers is the option to take over the seller's loan. So instead of taking out your own loan at a new rate, you inherit the remainder of the seller's mortgage at whatever rate they took it out at. So a home buyer that took out an assumable mortgage in 2020 could offer an interested home buyer a sub 3% mortgage rate.
Right.
For the homeowner, the value of including their low rate mortgage in their home sale is to maximize their probability of being able to sell the home by expanding the universe of buyers who can afford to purchase it.
In the 1970s and 80s,
Okay, you're leaving out a big thing here. The average American can't afford this, though. And this is why I will always say, bro, assumable mortgage, unless you get like someone who just bought the property. Like they had it for a year. They thought that, I don't know, something went wrong, right? But you need to basically pay them the equity as the down payment. Okay. So, but if you find someone that has a 3% mortgage, they've had it before, 2019 or probably like 2020, 2021, guys, you're going to have to pay them like 3 years worth of money, guys. It's crazy. And that number can get astronomical. So, I mean, unless you've been saving up for many, many, many years and you have a couple $100,000 in the bank, yeah, sure, bro, do that. But I just, again, would probably say not to do that and just buy like 5, 6, right, seller finance homes if you have that type of money, bro. But either way,
these U.S. interest rates hit record highs, peaking at 18% in 1981. Assumable mortgages were more popular then, but have largely fallen out of public consciousness following the passage of the Garn-St. Germain Act in 1982, allowing private lenders to ask for immediate repayment if a property is sold. This is called a due-on-sale clause.
Assumable mortgages are not really popular at all simply because they're very limited.
Assumable mortgages do come with their own set of hurdles. The possibility of higher than expected down payments, knowledgeable lenders and real estate agents, and the fact that they're only offered through government-backed loans.
FHA, VA,
and United States Department of Agriculture mortgages are now the main type of mortgages able to be assumed in the U.S.
I really personally would stay away from USDA because most likely you're going to be in an area you don't really want to be in. Unless you want to be in like some type of rural area. And it's not even just you. I mean, I guess if you're buying the house for you to live in, then I personally wouldn't do that. Because stick to VA and FHA.
The most popular state in America for assumable mortgages is Texas. This is because there's a large military population there, also a large first-time home buyer population there.
Yeah.
We are a military community, so there's an Air Force base in our community where there are a lot of VA loans. It's also a younger college town, so there's a lot of FHA loans within our community.
And government-backed loans mean more paperwork. So if you are looking to enter into an assumable mortgage, get ready to settle in. They can take a while to close.
Assumable mortgages are very complicated and they involve a lot.
Bro, I close 6 days generally with seller finance. 6 days.
A lot of paperwork, and that's why a lot of lenders simply don't want to do them. Some don't even really understand them.
So there's a lot more detail information that is required. We were told right up front by the mortgage company that the process is going to take at least 90 days.
Homebuyers should also be prepared to put down more money than the typical 20% down payment.
Yeah, go ahead.
Assumable mortgages require buyers to cover the money already paid towards the mortgage, as well as any appreciation on the home price.
We've seen really rapid home price appreciation. So somebody who has a home that they had 20% equity in may now have a lot more money in that home than they originally had.
For
Say the
example,
crazy
say
number.
a homeowner took out a 30-year fixed-rate VA loan for a home at $200,000.
Okay, let's do it.
And paid off about $25,000 of that over 2 years. The person assuming the mortgage would have to pay the buyer the money they've already invested, that $25,000.
Hard pass.
Additionally, if that homeowner decides to sell their home for $250,000,
You got to
the
pay
buyer
that.
has to cover the additional $50,000 in appreciation, either in cash or by taking out a second mortgage.
A little bit of a guessing game initially because you're negotiating on what the sale price will be of the house, of course. You don't really know up front what is owed on the house either. Got lucky in that respect where what was owed on the house versus what we had settled on for a sale price was almost exactly that same 20% we had saved for our down payment.
One of the biggest hurdles for getting an assumable mortgage? Awareness, not just by buyers, but sellers who don't know to advertise their home as assumable.
So about a fifth of the homes on the market, or 20 to 25% of the homes on the market, will be fully assumable at one time. The number of assumption transactions that are happening is far fewer than the number of mortgages which can be assumed.
While assumable mortgages can be hard to find, and at times complex, companies like Realm are working to streamline the process for buyers and sellers.
98% of the people who have these loans don't know that it can be a marketing advantage. Because what kind of homeowner sits around thinking about their loan type being the marketing advantage in their home sale?
Other companies like Assumable.io and AssumeList can help match interested homebuyers with assumable mortgages.
I think once that word starts getting out, this is a possibility.
AssumeList is good, guys.
We're going to see more and more of these pop up.
Yeah, but guys, here's the thing. Assumable mortgages just require you to have very, very deep pockets. And the average American does not have very, very deep pockets. So, yeah, there's a brand new thing, not brand new thing, but like this thing is becoming popular, right? But people can't afford it, right? To be honest. And I've never seen an assumable like mortgage that was under like, say 120, 130. And they're going to want that at signing. Just be aware, right? So I would never do this, bro. Nope, don't do it. Don't do it. Again, you could just easily do like this is not financial advice. None of what I said has been financial advice. But what I would do, for example, let's say I was able to save up $100,000, right? I save up $100,000. I then look and see if I can find like some random deals. And the random deals will be like, oh, how about you give me 30 of that 100, right? And we can close in like 4 or 5, maybe 10 days at the max, right? And then you find 2 more of those deals for 30, right? And now you have 3 houses when before you were about to only have 1. I'm just saying. And then you have some extra money to actually build up the properties or fix things that are needed, repaint, etc., right? And then now you have 3 doors. You put 2 people in the other 2 doors, right? Making sure obviously the rent is above whatever the signed monthly payment is, right? And then there you got 3 houses. You have 3 houses now. But either way, I mean, I'm just anti-assumable mortgages. I'm all in for seller finance, guys. I've been doing seller financing for like 10 years, maybe a little over 10 years now. I've been collecting homes. But either way, you guys all have an absolutely amazing day. Enjoy your day thoroughly. Guys, before we go, are you guys subscribed to the other channels? Logical Movie Reviews with Mr. L. Boyd along with Mr. L. Boyd Music. Both are found in the description. Check it out.